Good morning, children. Welcome to our chemistry online class. I hope all of you are fine. So, in last chapter, we discussed about very important element called carbon and its compounds. So, we know carbon is an element. Similarly, there are so many elements around us. So, if there are so many elements, how we study about all these elements? How can we classify these elements? So there is a necessity of classification of elements. This classification of elements and the arrangement of elements are called a periodic table. So from today's class we are going to discuss about what is a periodic table and the properties of periodic table and all those things. And we know the periodic table have a structure and how it's got this structure. So in today's class we are going to learn about the history of periodic table. In that we are going to deal about two history, that is Dobrynin's triads and law of optics. So let's start. Why we need to classify element? What is the necessity of the classification? There is a history behind this. In 17th century, there were only 30 elements were known. But now present, do you know how many elements were known? It is 118. So, it is very difficult to learn about or study about the properties of all these elements. So, in order to get to know about these elements and its properties, the scientists classified elements based on some properties. Okay, so many scientists try to classify elements based on different criteria. Some ideas were succeeded, but some did not. So let's see one by one. So here you can see a brief stepwise development of periodic table. First one is Dobrynin's law of triads, Newland's law of octaves, Mendeleev's old periodic table, and Moseley's modern periodic table. So nowadays we are using Moseley's periodic table, and before Dobrynin, Aristotle classified elements as metals and non-metals, but this idea was failed because he couldn't explain about metalloids. Metalloids are the elements which are having the same property of metals and non-metals. They will show both properties of metals and non-metals. So he failed to explain about the metalloids. Thus the new method came. So the first attempt was done by Dobrynin. His full name is John Dobrynin. He was first organized elements based on their properties. He grouped three elements in a group and he called it as triads. Here you can see he arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic masses, and he identified that in a group of three elements, a property that you can see. If you check here, you can see three elements in a group, that is lithium, sodium, potassium in a group, calcium, strontium, barium is another group, chlorine, bromine, iodine is in another group. So he identified that the mass of the middle element, that is sodium, the mass of the sodium is the average mass of the lithium and potassium. If we add the mass of the atomic mass of the lithium and potassium and we are taking the average, we'll get similar mass to the sodium. If you check here, you can see that this is 22.95. It is almost near to the mass of sodium. If you check with calcium, strontium, barium, chlorine, bromine, iodine, you can see these properties. So what is this law of triads? The law of triads is, if you write the elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, the atomic mass of the middle element was roughly average of the atomic mass of the other two elements. So it is known as law of triads. And here the explanation is there. But if you check here, he could find out only three groups. Only three groups he could find out. So it is a failure. He could not explain this property in other elements. So it was not useful. I hope all of you studied the structure of atom. So there were already so many methods and so many structures were there. So if the first attempt is failed or first structure is failed, they will move to the next model. Similar to this, if one method is failed, they will go to next method. So it was by second way of arrangement of elements by Newlands. This method was known as law of octaves. Oct means 8. So if we check that he arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, and he find out a similarity with the music. If you check the Carnatic music and all, you can see that Sarigama Padanisa. In Sarigama Padanisa, you can see that the first note, that is Sa, repeating as the eighth note, again Sa. So it was a resemblance to the music. Similar to that, if we check the elements, if we arrange the elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, every eighth element repeating the property of the first element. So he identified this. Based on this, he arranged elements as group, and you can see here. So it is resemblance to the music. Oct means 8 octaves. So this law is known as law of octaves. So he arranged the elements in the increasing order of atomic mass. He found out that every eighth element had properties similar to the first. This comes to be known as Newland's law of octaves. For example, if you check, this is Newland's octaves and this is his periodic table. If you check here, you can see that lithium, if we count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sodium is the eighth element. If you check lithium and sodium, they have similar properties. And again, if you count from here, the potassium will be the eighth element. If you check sodium and potassium, they have so many similar properties. We know they are very soft metals and they are very reactive. So according to this, he arranged all elements. Fluorine and chlorine, if you check fluorine and chlorine, they also have the same properties. So if we count from here, chlorine will be the eighth element. So it is the chlorine repeating the properties of fluorine. So he identified so many elements have the same properties and he could arrange the elements like this. But even though there are some defects of this model, there are some limitations. So what will be the limitations? If you check here, you can see some elements put together in the same group. If you check here, cobalt and nickel in the same slot, cerium and lanthanum in the same slot. If you check here, rhodium and ruthenium is in the same. So it is one of the demerit. Check, we can see the limitations. So it is applicable only up to calcium. No other elements are following this property. Up to calcium, the elements are following this property, but no other elements were following this property. This was his first limitations. And the second limitation is that he could arrange only 56 elements, because in that time only 56 elements were existed. But now there are 118 elements, but he couldn't give any idea about the other elements. He thought no other elements will be exist, and he could not give any explanation about the other elements should be discovered. Then in order to fit elements that we discussed already, in order to fit elements, he put two elements in the same slot. This also its limitation. So the law also not worked. So what we'll do? We move to next model.